All right, we're getting set for the 2A state championship game, and we have got Coach Ed Rigby from Elba joining us. And first off, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Super 7, you're coming in, again, on paper, this game looks to be one of the most offensive explosions that we could expect. When you got 52 points a game for Fyffe, and you guys are averaging right up there about 42, 44 points a ball game. Talk about your offense just a little bit.
We run two different offenses. We run a double wing, and we run the spread. We go in and out of them. We might be all 11 guys crunched up. You could throw a sheet over all of them and cover them all, a bed sheet. Then the next play, we're in 5 wides throwing it. It's very unusual that we do that, but I'm kind of a double wing guy. I like it. I know what it can do. But, we also have receivers. My son's quarterback. We got somebody who can throw. We got receivers who can catch. I mean, you've got to use, in the toolbox, you got to use all the tools you got. And it gives us the ability to do that, get our speed out in space. And what's unique about Fyffe is the double wing that I've ran for years, on and off pieces of it. That's kind of what they run in shotgun. And the guy, one of the founders of it, I've got all the videos on their stuff. And I told him about it. He's like, "What? Oh yeah, Tim. I know Tim. The guy did, yeah." And but it's a fun offense to coach, and it's very hard to defend it. And I can definitely see how they rack up so many points. We just have had to be able to use our receivers. We got them and we can throw, so we've gotten away and done a lot of spread stuff too. So that's how we keep people off balance. You have to spend your practice time, and I've talked to coaches we play. Half of it's on this offense that's just run. The other half's on slinging it. So we kind of thin you out a little bit, and that's helped us a lot.
You're undefeated going in, and you're not. A team does not go undefeated without a good defense as well. You're giving up 12 points a ball game, but talk about your defense as well.
Defense, we kind of base out of a 4-3, but we're kind of multiple. We kind of bend it each week to what we play. We're very aggressive. We play a lot of man coverage. We get up in your face. We crowd the box. And our thing is to stop the run. At every level of football, you must stop the run first. The only team that's ever won a Super Bowl that threw it more than they ran it was the Saints a few years ago. You have to stop the run. So that's our theory of defense, and we'll defend the pass as it comes. That's secondary to us, defending the pass. And whatever your run plays are, that's what we're gearing up to do. And so we've had a lot of success with that.
A couple of late touchdowns in the semifinals to get that win over Washington County. Talk about the character of you guys.
Well, it's one thing, every championship team, if you got this far, you have something unique about you, or you wouldn't be here. The uniqueness of us is our kids are resilient. They're very even planed. I couldn't have coached them I've been coached 24 years. I couldn't have coached them 15 years ago. They're so relaxed. It doesn't matter whether it's warm-ups. They're not crazy, cheering, locker room, game day. They're just talking like we're talking right here, having a conversation. They're very even keel, very relaxed. That's very different about other teams I've coached. And it makes them unique, and I think it's what's kind of got them here. They've never freaked out. Last night we get down fourth quarter, 14-7. We get the ball here. They come firing right back. But I turned and looked at our sideline because I know what they've been all year to see if they changed. And I'm looking at their faces, and they're, well, let's get it back. They're just talking like this. It was really weird. And I'm like, we're going to be okay. Literally, that was my thought. We're going to be okay. And sure enough, two scores, and the hook and ladder thing at the end of the game on the fourth and goal from the 9, and we pulled the trigger on it, and it's beautiful when a plan actually works. And it was exciting, and it was going to go down as the biggest. Most stupidest thing in Elba football history, or the smartest. So it worked. The kids did it. I told them after the game, thanks for making me look like a genius.
That's right. So you win the state championship 2011, defeating Tanner 34-14. What would a state championship this week mean to your program?
It would mean a lot because, it's like anything that's past history. Everything's of what have you done for me lately in our world. And for this group of kids, we don't have the biggest kids. We don't have the most numbers by far. And just to know how tight-knit group they are, it would mean the world to me. It's more important to me for them to win it for their hard work and effort. And hopefully they can take this as a life skill. And what I mean by that is we preach it all the time about not giving up, not giving in. It's the American way. Who can build a better mousetrap? It's the thing of being resilient being down, bouncing back, never giving up, never losing hope. Everything in life ain't going to turn out like that, even when you do have hope. But teaching them to keep doing it. And at the end of the day, when you look back, most things are going to went your way. It's just, when you're resilient and when you persevere. And that's something we talk about all the time. And it's not, again, just in football, but at your job, in your marriage, with your kids. We openly talk about that. The kids can quote the speeches, all the time, And so that's one thing I would love for them to be able to work out for them, so they could take that in the back of their brain. And they know it already, but just, hey, we worked hard, we persevered, it worked for us, and again, take it into life.